Somebody said something here.
I said Mars.
Mars.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are going to go to Mars, but let us concentrate on Moon for some time. Huh? We will go to Mars a little later. But then I am coming to that. Even astronauts also I am going to talk about it. But then on Moon, our interests are not yet over. In Rashtrapati Bhavan, have you seen a sample of Moon rocket? It is there. So you don't want a rock to be brought by Indians from Moon? It is a Moon roller missions. That's on display here in Bhavan. So I will assure Rashtrapati ji that we will bring some moon rock ourselves. So, so we thought that we will design a mission called the sample return mission. It's not going to be an easy mission. If you want to go to moon and come back and land and recover everything, then you need much more technology than what we have actually done to land it. So we need two launches, the current available launchers, and send different modules. We have to send 4 different modules. The one which goes to moon and which will land on the moon. Then after that, the sample collection mechanisms, drilling and collecting it. Then put it in one unit and take off from the moon as a rocket, go to moon's orbit, then come back to Earth, then dock with something in Earth, then come back without getting burnt out in the atmosphere of Earth, back in the sea using parachutes, it has to land. Then we will collect the sample. So it's a very complex mission and everything has to be done autonomously, no human being involved. So we are designing currently such a mission and we would like to do it in next 2 years of time. This is our target. Of course, the mission to send a human to space, an Indian to space is currently going on. All of you are aware of the Gaganyaan program. And currently we have designed the service module and crew module as you show there. There are 2 to 3 astronauts can sit and we will launch them very safely to space and bring them back also safely. For the safety of the mission, we are currently doing a lot of work. The one which is called the test vehicle on the right side, how many of you have launched this mission? Yeah, some of you would have watched, not as much as the Chandrayaan 3 mission. I don't think you would have watched. But this is very important mission we achieved a few months back, 2 months back in fact, where we put the crew module and went up to a height of 14 kilometers, almost it achieved the speed of sound, slightly excess of speed of sound. At that time we said, okay, the rocket failed. Then we said, commanded to the crew module to come back and recover it from the sea. And everything happened as perfectly as we targeted. Like in case of any emergency, should be able to bring back the crew without any damage. Like an exploding rocket. If the rocket is going to explode, nobody will survive. So, before it explodes, we must know it is going to explode. That's called intelligence, no? So, that intelligence has to be created in the rocket. So, we will have a data analytics. Those who are in artificial intelligence, machine learning interest, anybody who is interested? A lot of you. So, these are coming into rocket science now. So, we are measuring so many parameters, thousands of parameters in the rocket and making a synthesis of it and understand, yeah, there is some deviations happening. So, it is right time for it to abort now. So, this intelligence is going to be created in a separate computer inside the rocket and we will tell the rocket we are going to fail in next 1 second, abort. Before it actually aborts, in 1 second it will have traveled a few kilometers away from the rocket before it is recovered. So, this is the intelligence that we have to bring in before human beings are flying on the rocket. And these type of capabilities were not there during Apollo time or even Saturn time when Americans launched. Today, because of huge amount of computational capability and power that we have, we can do all of this. Very safe, human travel is possible. Now, it's a national endeavor for us. Human space flight is not just a work of ISRO alone. I will do this, the work of so many people. Academia, industries, defense laboratories, CSIR labs are working with us, Navy, Air Force, and Navy Coast Guard. A lot of people are working with us to create this capability. Whenever an astronaut lands in the sea, ISRO cannot go and pick it. We have to have the ships that are equipped to handle it. You would have watched how you have the crew module collected. So we are talking to Navy people, they are training our people, they will be putting our scientists on board the ships to handle the whole process of how to bring it back. And we have to have astronauts. The first batch of 4 astronauts are Air Force test pilots. And the Air Force was so generous to grant us the 4 people who came on board ISRO's astronaut pool. They have been already trained at various world over facilities and they are working with us to design that and develop the human spaceflight activities. But later, we would like to build a capacity to go beyond just go to orbit and come back. What you should do? We must have a space station, right? Why space station is required? Why not just go to orbit and come back? Do you know why? Because the crew module in which I am sitting is a very confined space. You would have seen every flight, when an astronaut flies, he is sitting in a very confined space and he cannot even walk around. Because the whole rocket is made very compact for him to be launched. But if you have to do experiments,